that means your fans will see. And you can lock in on your phone. Go on your phone and you can actually see people say hi to you and stuff like that.
You already on?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I do that?
Go to Facebook.
Facebook. All right, let me see. What's up, peoples? We in the house, SMOOV TV.
Yeah.
SMOOV TV is Smooth Maurice. What's up? Cool Reese in the house. The OG, baby.
Yeah, there you go right there. So when I click on there, you'll be able to see the comments. And when people show up that you know, just shout them out. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. What? Matter of fact, you can actually help me do the sound check. Turn your phone up. You got the headset on?
No, I hear more. You my headset on?
That's another thing. Am I connected to my headset?
Yeah, mine.
I always like to do the sound check. You know what I'm saying?
Mine's connected. You want to do one? Yeah, thank you. Always got to do the sound check. Yeah, mine's connected. Yeah.
Yeah, disconnected.
Disconnected?
Disconnected, yeah.
Turn it off?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You heard that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's off. Now what? Turn my phone up.
Yeah, do a sound check. Make sure they can hear me.
You.
Yeah. Yeah, disconnected. Disconnected, yeah. Turn it off? Yeah. That joint here. I'm about to turn mine on and see what mine look like. They said y'all got a new couch, dope. Look at the comments, you can see it.
I can't see it.
You see it? The comments come down right there on there.
Okay, so we had a new location.
Yeah, we had a new location, you know what I'm saying? You know, coming straight out of Baltimore. Turn your volume down. That way, it don't. There you go. Coming straight out of Baltimore, you know what I'm saying?
Baltimore County, baby.
Yeah. Well, where you from?
Where I'm from?
Yeah, where you from? Tell them who you are.
Hey, this is Cool Reese from Baltimore. They call me the OG, baby.
That's fire.
Yeah, they call me the OG. I'm from Cherry Hill. I'm from Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm from Doefield, White Lot. I'm from all over Baltimore City. You want to go east, Orleans Street, clean up to York Road and Greenmount, all through Baltimore City. That's me, baby. I'm the one and only. I'm the OG.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I'm gonna be honest. I can't claim that many. First of all, welcome. What up? It's your man, Jason Colossal SMOOV TV Network podcast presented by SMOOV TV the Network, where my network make your check network. I'm going to do my best to actually try to keep this clean. You know what I'm saying? I got OG on here today.
That would be me.
So I figure, let me try my best, you know what I'm saying, to keep the profanity to a minimum, you know what I'm saying, or if not, to a zero. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of church folks on your joint, do you?
Oh, man. Yes, I do.
Yeah, you got a lot of church folks, you know what I mean? So I'm not going...
I'm a religious guy. I'm a religious guy.
So I'm not going to go as ratchet. I'm going to use the word ratchet as I usually would, you know. But if you tell me to go in...
You gonna go in?
I'm gonna go in.
Just go in. I'm down with it.
Oh man, you lying to me. You is lying.
But see, the only thing is that it's this, right? Because you know, I gotta represent me. I gotta represent my church.
Well, I'm the only fool on here.
Right.
I'm the only fool on here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the fool. I'm the only fool on here. You know what I'm saying? You just keep it together. You know what I'm saying? And I do my thing or whatnot. You know. Man. But, man, I can't call out that many places that I lived as far as in the hood.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can call out as far as being from the hood is some Park Heights. You know what I'm saying? I went to Langston Hughes.
I went to Langston Hughes, too.
For real?
Yeah, school number 5.
Yeah. Like, see,
when it was first born.
Yeah,
when it was first built. We was the first class that went to Langston Hughes when it was first built.
Wow.
Yeah.
You haven't told me that?
No.
Get the heck out of here.
I lived on Norfolk and off of Garrison. And when school number 64 got tore down, which is school now is called Liberty Elementary. It was called school number 64.
Yeah.
So when they tore down school number 64 while Liberty was being rebuilt, the kids that was going to school 64, they bused us down Garrison to Langston Hughes, the first school that was just built. It was the first class in that school. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't know that, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole time we done went to the same elementary school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that was the first time I experienced open space pod schools. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have the walls in the classrooms. It was like in an open space.
Yeah.
Like, it was like open like this room.
Yeah.
And what separate the 4th grade to the 5th grade was like a pod. And that's how it was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yo, I'm going to give out a couple of shout outs to people that I see on there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, let me see who really on here. You know what I'm saying? If you're commenting, I'm shouting you out. You feel me? Yeah, I mean, my man, the ugliest. The ugliest. Yo, get them beats from him. You feel me? Get them beats from him. Let me see. Oh, that was a joint that I did. Went live on YouTube. Yeah, those are the other days.
Okay.
Yeah, stay on that. That's us right there.
We got you.
Yeah, those from the other days. Yeah, I mean, you almost mixed me up. But dang, where was I at? Yeah, I can't. So only Park Heights for me, yo. You know what I'm saying? And then my parents. You know what I mean? Shout out my mom and dad. You feel me? They moved us out the hood. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to see Sandy Plains, yo. I was able to see Sandy Plains out Dundalk. But they moved us out Dundalk for real, you know what I'm saying? They moved us out the hood. I ain't had to go through that too much. You know what I'm saying? I seen a little bit here and there or whatever, but I really couldn't leave the porch, bro, too much. You know what I'm saying? I had to stay, you feel me, on the sidewalk where mama could see me. You feel me? And I couldn't go nowhere unless I was with my brother. Yeah, you know I mean, you got it, yo? No, you got the thing, or you got lost?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. I'll put you right back. Don't worry about it.
I didn't get lost, but it feel like
no, you good.
I feel like I'm froze. I feel like my skin.
No. So all the comments coming up right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't moving.
No, it's delayed.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's delayed.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, you know what I'm saying? Old man shit.
Yeah, ain't no old man nothing. Ain't no old man nothing. It's just I'm new to the game here, brother. I'm just new. That's all.
Yo, just last week, yo, I had to tell you, you know what I'm saying, how you share stories and stuff.
Bro.
Don't worry about it though. Yo, I'm behind as well. You know, feel me? Like, I'm way behind when it comes to a lot of the technology things, and the kids are continuously teaching me stuff, and you gotta let them teach you.
True that. Stuff, right. Stuff that we're not familiar with, and the young kids are. I mean, you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to take in new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I want to kill these wings right now, but I honestly want to stick with the conversation for real. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste these wings because I'm doing a wing review. I stopped calling it Wing Wednesday because I'm not always going to do the wing reviews on Wednesday. So it's just going to be a food review because we're going to do different kind of wings. And today we got wings from, let me get them.
American Best Wings, Security Mall.
Yeah. So if y'all can see, American Best Wings from Security Mall. I told them to fry it hard, and yeah, man, we gonna see what it be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Did you already grab one? grab another one, you know what I'm saying? Grab another one, you know what I'm saying?
grab another.
Yeah, grab another one.
I'm gonna grab mine.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? So they can see, how we get in.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, I titled this Wing Review and then talking about fitness. So we're gonna go in anyway.
We're going like, look at the wings.
Mm-hmm. America's best wing from Security Mall.
Not bad, but it could be better. Yeah, not bad. So what you think?
Man, these taste like the wings off North Avenue, bro. These taste like the one spot, you know what I mean, I go to on North Avenue, yo.
Right.
One of them New York chicken spots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think they buying up the America's Best Wing and just keeping the name America's Best Wing, but feeding me North Avenue chicken for real.
Right.
Let's get a 3 for real. Let's get a 3. It's on the Walmart level, yo. Yeah, Walmart level, you know what I'm saying? I'm not paying what I paid, you know what I'm saying, for that.
Yeah, now see, this is different. This America's Best Wings.
That's not the America's Best Wing in the county, yo.
Right, because the one that's on Security Boulevard, Woodlawn Drive, I buy my wings from there all the time.
Yeah.
And it's a totally different taste. It's totally different.
Soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something different.
What if y'all can't hear me? Turn yours up again.
Mine?
Yeah, please.
It's totally different.
Sound check. Okay, we good. Yeah, always gotta do a sound check, you know what I'm saying? You just never know, you know what I mean? You just never know. I appreciate y'all, but I just wanted to get through that real quick. You know what I'm saying? The wing went, I'm gonna take these wings home. You know what I'm saying? Give them to the family and let them eat for real. But going back, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I was able to, you know what I mean? Shout out to my parents, you feel me? You know what I mean? I come from Park Heights. I had to stay on the porch, or I could only go to the playground. You know what I'm saying? That was right behind us. You know what I'm saying? I lived on Litchfield. I lived on Litchfield, and they had a playground around back, and they had a basketball court around back. I could go there, but I couldn't do too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would ride bikes around the hood, of course, but I had to have my brother with me for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I got an older brother, 6 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? So he was already out there. He was already out there getting it and doing whatever he wanted to do for real. So he was allowed to run the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? I could only run the streets with him. Mind you, I'm in elementary school. Why would I be running the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like, mama, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mama really, you know what I'm saying, made sure, you feel me, I wasn't trying to really be out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't really found my way, though, until I came out here to Dundalk. You know what I'm saying? I came out to Dundalk, moved out to Dundalk. And then, Dundalk was mad weird to me, you know what I'm saying, at first. Because I wasn't used to seeing white folks like that. You know what I'm saying, as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to seeing white folks like that. I think it went from us only having one white kid in our school, and he was a Jewish kid. I mean, one white kid in our class, to me being the only black kid in my class. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dynamic just switched up like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I went from that switch like that to seeing only one white kid in the class to me being the only black kid in my class. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever experience that though? Being the only black kid in the class.
No. Everybody was black in my class.
So you stayed in the
hood.
In the hood for the longest time, you know what I'm saying? Man, let me go ahead and you know what I mean, turn this up a bit, you feel me? I want to get into church, yo. I want to talk about when it comes to churches. Do I have to stay loyal to one church? What's your thoughts on that? Do I have to be loyal to one church, or can I be a church jumper like I'm a barber jumper? I know you can't. Can I switch barbers can I switch churches like I switch barbers? Like I switch women?
No.
Like I switch clothes?
No. Can't do that.
Yo, let me tap in on the barber real quick, yo. First of all, I am not loyal to a barber. My viewers are probably looking like, yo, we can tell, bro. Look at your hairline. Yes, but listen, I am not loyal to any barber for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to go to East Point, and, you know, I would get to know all of them. You know what I'm saying? And whichever one was available, because I don't make appointments either.
Right.
I'm kind of like I'm a walk-in kind of guy, and I'll get it in when I can get it in. You know what I'm saying? So I'll use all of them, and I'll let them know, like, hey, I don't belong to you, because they'll try to cuff you.
Oh, they will claim you.
Yeah,
they will claim you.
Barbers will try to cuff you.
Right, and they will, because it's money coming in every week or every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's money that they can depend on.
Yeah.
Especially if you a constant customer. You know what I mean? That's money in their pocket.
Yeah, so I tell them straight up, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? If
Me personally,
go ahead.
Once I found a good barber, I stay with that barber, because then that way whenever you go back, you don't have to explain to him how you want your hair cut. You know what I mean? He already know.
I get that.
I went to this barber shop. My brother hooked me up with barber shop on Hartford Road, and I was going to him, this man, Mr. Cecil, for over 25, 30 years. You know, Mr. Cecil is up in age now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, you know, he couldn't, like, shape me up the way that I wanted to be shaped up. But he a good barber, but he just, you know, as you get old, you know, your hand don't have the precise, you know, precision that you want.
Right.
So I took my chance and went to some Dominicans.
I rock with them.
On up there in Towson, right where the loop at, the Dominicans. I went to 3 people. The first young man I went to, I told him I wanted to fade. Now check this out. I told him I wanted to fade. I wanted my hair cut down low, half, and I told him I wanted to fade. Well, during the process of my haircut, he said, do you want it square in the back or do you want it round in the back? So I looked at him like, I asked for a fade. Bro, you don't get a fade. A fade, you shave your hair.
Right. Bald.
Right, it's bald. So,
bald fade. So you probably gotta say bald fade.
So no,
I guess. I don't know. Like,
no, so he was giving me a regular, and then he tried to put the razor on the back of my neck. I'm like, no, my guy. Black people don't get razors on the back of their neck like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't.
Right.
So,
now that you say that, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I never get the razor.
Yeah, you never get the razor on your back of your neck, man.
Yeah.
You end up with razor bumps, and then you end up with all that back
Man, that nasty stuff
that
back
nasty
there.
stuff in the back of your head. So I said, my man, what is you doing, bro? So I was disappointed with the haircut. So the next time I went there, I checked out the 2 barbers on the end, and they was cutting people hair real good. Black people hair real good. White people hair real good. So I tried the one guy. He did an excellent job. But the one I go to now is the one next to him. I go to him every time I go up there. I get him because he know how I like my hair. I don't have to explain to him. When he see me when I come in, I sign the book.
Right.
He brings me on in. He brings me on up into his chair. He know how I want it.
Right.
I chip him real good. You know what I mean? And that's what you want, man. So barbers, you can jump, but I would say the churches, I would stay with one church because one church.
Hold on. Let's stick with
Okay.
that topic of the barber. You know what I'm saying? How much do you pay for your haircut? And what do you usually get?
I get shape up, facial trim, fade.
So all in one, when you go there, you usually get the all in one?
Yeah.
And how much does that usually run you?
It's $40.
Is that with the tip, or you got to tip them too?
I tip them. I give them like a $5 to $10 tip, so it's like $50.
So you get $50 a cut.
Yeah.
That's about the same for me. That's about the same for me. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something, man. Like, so if we was the budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we put that in our budget, monthly budget,
Mm-hmm.
is that $100 a month we putting towards our haircut?
It's $100 a month, right? Easy.
That's why I only get my hair cut once a month, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
gotta get my hair cut twice because my hair on my face grow back so fast. And every time when I try to shave my mustache, whatever, I go crooked. So I ends up shaving it all off. So that's why I go to the barbershop twice a month because my hair grow back so fast. And I go twice a month.
Okay. Let me tell you though. But I remember being so cheap when it comes to getting a haircut. This is how disrespectful I am to my hairline. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, number one, I do it myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I have done it
that's
myself.
cheap.
You feel me?
That's
My
cheap.
face, I'll do my face myself. You know what I'm saying? And turn your phone vertical, and you'll be able to see comments when they do come in. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If they come in and whatnot. But we can just focus on the conversation.
Okay.
But like, first of all, I do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got my own clippers. You know what I'm saying? I do my beard the best.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to my own beard, I can knock that out. I'm fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes doing the beard myself, that gives me a cool another week. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get the fade, all right, that's one thing. But if I go ahead and by week 2, the fade done already came in. But if I go ahead and do the beard and just brush it down, I might could push one more week of the fade. You know what I'm saying? Unless I know I got something going on. If I know something is going on, you feel me, later on, I'll make sure I'll go ahead and, all right, let me go ahead and knock out that haircut. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and knock that out. I realized, though, I can just, instead of giving the barber the 50, I can go ahead and just give him a 25, 30 just for shaping me up on week 2.
Right.
And I realized that week 2 with the shape up and the new growth coming in, it don't look that bad. It don't look that bad. So I can settle for. But I'm only cutting down $20 out of the budget.
See, a dark guy can get by with that, but a brown skin, the light skinned guy can't get by with that, bro.
I wouldn't know what I'm talking about, Dan. You feel me? You might be right about that.
Get by with that because it will show, bro.
It will show.
It will show.
It will show. Can you still see the blend in my head?
The blend?
Yeah. Can you still see the blend?
No.
Okay, this is week 3.
Right.
This is week 3 for real, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm still week 3. I'm still comfortable without wearing the hat though. You know what I'm saying? Like week 4, I'm pushing it.
Right.
I'm pushing it. Week 4, I'm gonna be having new growth and everything else. Like it's gonna start knotting up. Week 4, you feel me? So
right.
Another way I've been cheap when it came to doing I used to try to cut my own. I used to try to give my own self a fade. I ended up giving myself a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's so hard to fade your own self up, bro. You feel me? Like, cause let me tell you something. I was adamant about not giving them guys $50, bro.
Right.
$50 every 2 weeks. I'm not trying to do it.
That's a lot of money.
I'm not trying to do it, especially in the last 2 more things how I've been how I have in my past been disrespecting my hairline and trying to cut costs when it comes to my haircuts is I've went to a barber school. I went to the barber to get my haircut.
Yeah, that's cheap.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Dundalk Avenue. They got a barber school on Dundalk Avenue. And I will let them...
Experiment.
No. There's a trick, though.
That's experiment.
No. Let me
experiment on your head.
Let me give you the trick, though.
What's the
you
trick?
Gotta go in there. When you go in there, you look for the dude that already lined up.
Right.
Because if he got his lined up, he either did it himself...
or somebody else in there did it for him.
That too, but most likely, he did it himself, though. Most likely, most barbers cut their own hair.
No, not necessarily, because I seen another barber shake me up, bro.
Sure. But most barbers I be seeing, they nice and they they do they self for real. Like they not spending $50, giving somebody else $50 for their hair for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that happening. You see somebody on there?
No, it's just the same boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
But yeah.
Making sure that I don't see my movement. My movement.
Stop focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You're gonna kill the vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you keep focusing on that,
baby.
Yeah. You'll see it delays.
Okay.
It delays. So the last way I have been cheap when it comes to getting a haircut is I let my wife do it.
Oh. No. Bro, I'm gonna tell you the worst mistake I made.
I told her, look, all I care about is the hair up here. All right. So what we gonna do is we gonna shave everything. Just took away the whole shape up. Like, no more shape up. No more box. Like, we're just going to cut the whole box off. Right. We're just going to cut the whole box. You know what I mean? So those are the ways that I've been cheap with a haircut. And I say, yo, excuse I'm hot, you feel me? I got the sweatshirt on, you know what I'm saying? He got it room temperature in here, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? He ain't got it freezing in here.
So I can go get you a fan.
Nah. I just got peeled. I just got off of work, yo. I got on like 3 layers for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I should have peeled before I got on camera for real. But nah, yo, those are my ways, you feel me, of being cheap. You know what I'm saying? On the haircut for real. You know what I'm saying? Let the wife do it. Let her do it twice, yo. Especially during the pandemic. It was, you know what I mean? It was like it wasn't nobody really to cut your hair. Go ahead, babe. Yeah. Go ahead, knock that out for real.
During the pandemic, they came to you.
Nah, I wouldn't let nobody come to me.
They didn't come to you. They came to you. If they got to do it outside. They got to do it outside with a mask on.
I wasn't that. Man, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the pandemic. We about to die. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought they was about to die.
Yeah.
The world was about to end. Are you an essential worker?
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people that wasn't essential, bro, like they really thought that the world was finished. In a way. Cause they wasn't out there. They wasn't out there to see the element.
Well, I'm not saying they wasn't out there because
they might have been shopping and stuff like that.
Right. People were still doing their thing. They just had to mask up. You know what I mean? And
for that first couple weeks.
The first couple of weeks we was in school. We was, school was still in session. And
no.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell you. School was in session when the pandemic hit, because I was like, them kids was off Friday and that was it. No, my kids was like, Mr. Maurice, they was like, we're gonna be out of school for a while. I was like, what y'all? I wasn't even following the pandemic movement.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they was like, what you mean? They was like, they knew before me. And I was like, huh? So yeah, that Friday, it was like schools was shut down. And that was it. And I was like, but, like the schools were still operating partially. Like the school bus drivers was like taking lunches to different spots, so the families in the area can still be fed.
Oh, okay.
Right. They was
I didn't think about that.
Right, yeah. So, we were still out there. We were still in it. You know, we had to mask up, but we were still in it. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Every day that, you know, because, you know, by the schools having, you know, the budget for the food, they had to get rid of the food.
Oh.
So by them had to get rid of the food, they couldn't let the food sit there and go to waste. So they had to, I mean, man, they was packing up buses, man, with I mean, some people, you know, some families would come and get like 4 and 5 bags of lunch, you know, food to last them for 3 or 4 days. You know, school lunches. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You know what I mean?
My days to deliver this was Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
So y'all was able to still technically you were still an essential worker.
We were still working, right? We were still working.
Wow.
Yeah, we were still working.
Cause I remember they was talking about getting them school lunches.
And they got them out too. I mean, every bus lot, every school bus lot, man, had 6, 7, 8 buses going out a day, man, to different, like, serving the areas. It was 3 people to a bus. It was 2 cafeteria aides, and it was a bus driver and a bus attendant. So yeah.
Wow. Put me on.
Yeah.
I knew they was giving out lunches, you know what I'm saying?
That's how they and
that's how they still paid y'all for
it. Right, absolutely.
Wow. So bus driver still had a job.
Yeah, we still had a job. And we got paid throughout the whole pandemic. We got paid.
Cause y'all was still coming in and doing that too.
Yep. We got paid.
So I can't switch. Shout out to the pandemic, man. It changed everything.
Changed
the
world.
What I'm saying? It changed the world. And I remember having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because me being, you know what I'm saying, in armed security world, you feel me? One of my biggest threats that I look at is a dude masked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when the pandemic happened and everybody is masked up now, I can't identify the threat.
That was the way how the criminals got around in the city.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
walk right into a store where police at.
Yeah. So it was like, dang, I don't even know. You don't know who the bad guy is now. You feel me? And then that helps me segue into when I was telling my children, you know what I'm saying, or when I'm telling the young guys around to please refrain from wearing these ski masks for fashion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because now you was able to wear the ski mask to cover up because it was COVID, but then it became a fashion statement.
Where they wear it all the time.
Right. No matter how hot it is, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You masked up. And when I see that, I'm like, this is a threat.
Yeah. You got to that's part of knowing your surroundings and keeping your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
You always, when you notice somebody like that and it's 100 degrees outside and they got a mask on, you know something ain't right.
Exactly. So what I try to even teach the children that are close to me, I'm like, don't wear that.
Right.
Because why do you want to be labeled as a threat to the law? First of all, the law enforcement. Let's go there first. And to other people that respect the ski mask. If I respect the ski mask, let me just call it the ski mask. If I respect this ski mask and I know what comes behind that ski mask, why would you want to be labeled that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't mean no harm, why would you want to be looked like you harmful? You know what I'm saying? It's the new what was grown when you were growing up, what identified you as a threat? You know what I'm saying, to the elderly or to the to white folks for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
well, just the
rapper look or something like that?
No, the rapper look wasn't even that. It was just who the crowd that you was in, the crowd that you associated with, it wasn't like how you dress or none of that. It was just like people when I was growing up. It was just what it was. It was just like, you know, if I hang with you and you known as somebody that always gets in trouble, right? So if I hung with you, then that was a threat. When I hung with you, that was like, if people see me with you, then they'll look at me as a threat because I'm hanging with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So technically with me personally, as when I grew up, I was just a bad dude, man. I was just, they called me Hands because I know how to throw my hands. I was just a bad dude, a mean dude. So I was just like, I was a threat to certain people because they
reputation.
Through reputation. They knew I can handle myself, I can fight, so they stay away from me. And that's how it was for me. You know, but it wasn't like right now, like how you got the baggy pants, the mask. See, we didn't have masks like that. We had the bandana things that, you know, like.
Yeah, so if I saw a dude rolling up with a bandana covering his nose.
Yeah, the bandanas. That's when you knew that something is about to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That's when you know something's about to happen.
For sure. Right. So can I compare these kids wearing the ski mask to the bandana around the face?
Oh, absolutely.
That's dangerous.
Absolutely. See, the thing is with the ski mask. The ski mask did what the bandanas did back in my day.
Right.
It hid your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It covered you from being recognized. And that's basically all what the ski masks are. You know, that's why when they make them, the guys, they bring them all the way up to here.
Yeah.
Because if they bring them all the way up to here, all you can see is their eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to identify somebody.
Yo, it makes me want to shoot first, ask questions last.
Right.
Cause I'll be daggone, you know what I'm saying? You get close to me.
Right.
I'd rather just make the mistake rather than you get me.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you feel me? And that's what I don't want my children to face.
Right.
Please don't become an accident.
Right. And that's what it's all about, you know, because you can be mistakenly, you know, accused behind somebody wearing a mask and
that's another thing, not to cut you off, but every kid is wearing these masks.
Right.
So who's to say? It's been so many times where I say, you know, you look like everybody else, right?
Right.
All y'all light skinned, all y'all wear the same hairstyle, and then you want to go ahead and throw that pooch shiesty on too?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You look just like the same dude that really did the dirt.
So the dude that did the dirt gonna get away and they gonna get you.
And they gonna get you.
Absolutely.
When you a good boy.
Right.
You go to a county school.
Right.
You an athlete. You ain't nothing like that.
And you get caught up.
All because you want to look like them.
Like them.
I call it the Baltimore uniform, yo.
They're not like us. You know, that's the Kendrick Lamar. They're not like us.
It's a one-of-a-kind thing, I will say.
Everybody want to be who they not. You know what I mean? And that's all what it boils down to. I mean, just, you know, the whole bottom line in that show is just be who you are. You know what I mean? Don't be what your man is or how your man want to look. Be how you want to look.
Man, I'm a huge, you know what I'm saying? I really believe in, you know what I'm saying, doing your own thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do, you know what I'm saying? Find your own swag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, no matter how much I may make fun of your outfits sometimes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's your own swag.
That's my jig. That's me.
You know
that's me. I mean,
like, I hate when you tie your Air Force Ones, your highs, your mid Air Force Ones all the way up.
That's old school.
I hate when you tie them all the way up and you
I sure do.
First of all, you're wearing Air Force One mids. That's number one. And then you strap them up too.
I strap them up and I keep them on my feet. That's how I look fresh.
But that's your swag,
and
though.
I look good in it too. I look good.
Yeah, tell them. You feel me? But that's
good.
your swag, though. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. Like, yo, find your swag, do your thing, and don't let nobody tell you, you feel me, like it don't look good. You feel me? Because the way fashion works, they only looking for the next trend. Be the trendsetter.
Well, here's the thing. When you walk out your house or you walk out wherever you walking out with what you got on, and you say you look good to yourself before you walk out, you know you look good. Can't nobody say nothing else. And that's me. You know, I know if I got the right hookup on because I feel it and I feel it. And I'd be like, okay,
right,
I'm jiggy today. You know what I mean?
Jiggy is crazy.
I'm jiggy today. I'm jiggy.
Jiggy.
Yeah, I'm jiggy.
What does that mean?
It means fresh, brother. It means you fresher than ever, son. That's what it means, son.
The only time I ever heard that is when Will Smith said, I'm getting jiggy with it.
I'm jiggy. I get jiggy.
That's not what he means.
That's old school, brother. When you get jiggy with your outfit on, that's old school.
Say less. Say less. Say less. So let me go back to the church, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you grow up in the church?
I've been in church my whole life. Yeah. You know, my mom, there she go over there. My mom was an archbishop. You know, so I was, growing up, I was in church, but I didn't understand church. It's a difference. Being in church, okay, come on, you got to go to church today. You know what I mean?
Wait. Your mom was an archbishop.
Mm-hmm.
How's that possible?
What you mean?
I didn't know that women can be
absolutely
archbishops.
She was archbishop. She went to school. She got her degree, and she went to the Bible seminary in D.C.
Right.
And got certified, got her degree there, and she had 5 churches underneath of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was her religion?
She was a Baptist. Yep.
Okay. I was thinking of something different. Whenever you say archbishop, you know what I'm saying, I was thinking of something different.
You were thinking of like more like Catholic.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Totally
that's
different.
what I was thinking.
Just like okay. I grew up in under the Baptist doctrine, right? I've been a Baptist my whole entire life. It wasn't until I met this certain woman that introduced me to apostolic, right? So when I started, when I went to her church, the first time I didn't really understand what they were saying, but to me, the apostolic doctrine is pretty much the true religion. You know what I mean? Like, I never went to a church where, like, when we did communion, you know, you get the little cup with the bread on it. You
right.
Peel it back. This is the bread. You break the bread, you eat it. And then this is the cup. The blood that Jesus shed, and you drink it, and so on. So when I first did what I just said, communion with apostolic, and they said they separated the women from the guys, and I'm like, what is this? And
I didn't know they did that.
Right. Some churches do it, but the church that I went to, they separated the men from the women.
I have heard of that.
Now,
I have heard of
they
that.
took us in the back, and the women stayed out in the church part, so we went in the back where the pastor chambers and all that. So they had these pails with warm water, and they had white rags, and they was like, pick a partner and wash his feet like Jesus washed his disciples' feet. I'm like, I'm not doing that. But I didn't know, right? So I eventually ended up doing it, and it wasn't bad, because if Jesus got down on his knees to clean his disciples' feet, why can't I clean my brother's feet? And that was the communion, man. And we didn't drink the apple, whatever. It was real wine. It was real wine that they gave us and real bread. So that whole experience to me, it was the reenactment of the truth of the religion of the gospel. And that's what the apostolic doctrine to me is. It's like the true, I can say, by being in the apostolic doctrine, I'm not going to say you learn more, but you intertwine and you get more affiliate with the Bible. Because I would open up my Bible and try to read it and say, man, I ain't reading this. Close and go about my business. But now I open up my Bible and I'll be like, okay, Lord, guide me through this scripture. And then I do my research. You know what I mean? If it's something I don't know, I do my research. And I research it. So to me, yeah, that's about it. I didn't say it enough. But yeah.
So why are you, what do you consider yourself? A Christian?
Yeah, of course.
So why are you a Christian?
Because I believe in Jesus Christ as my personal Savior.
Who taught you that?
That was taught to me my whole entire life.
So
in the church, my mom, my grandmother. It started with my grandmother because my grandmother was a religious type person. Period.
So you are who you are because your mama told you to?
You gotta be more specific. What you mean? I am who I am because my mom told me to. No.
Meaning, how did you learn the gospel?
Through the values of my upbringing, and I didn't really get into learning more about the gospel until I got older. Right. And I wanted to, get my life right. You get your life right, because like the Bible says, every man is going to bow down one day. You will bow down. So you got to learn what that scripture means. You got to get down on your knees, because life is hard. So you got to call on the Lord for help. Because if you don't got nobody in your corner, bro, the only person that's going to help you is your Savior. And that's how I got involved, because my life been hard. My whole entire life been hard. It ain't been easy. Like kids nowadays, I watch these kids nowadays, they get everything they want. They boo-hoo, they cry to their mommy. They mommy give them what they want. They fuss at their mother, whatever. See, I wasn't allowed to do none of that. If I raised my voice at my mother, I got slapped. Right. I got something thrown at me. I got pushed down the steps or whatever. So on. That's how I was brought up. I was brought up. What's that old saying about the rod?
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So,
it's a lot of spoiled childs out here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Including mine.
And that's why.
Including mine. And I'm a stepdad because I ain't whipping my kids.
Right.
I don't whip them. I might have whipped them. I ain't whipping them. Did they get a beating before? Maybe. Well, they might have.
I'm going to tell you, when I was coming up,
they might have.
I got whipped. I got beat. I got a beating.
When I was coming up.
I got a beating. I got everything. I had to sit under the sink for hours at a time while my grandmother washed dishes hitting the hot pipes. The hot pipes, man, come on. These kids these days don't know nothing about that.
But did you have a daddy?
I had a stepdad.
Man,
I never knew my father.
Man, I love my father to death. But I grew up with a daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So the fear of getting a whooping from mama,
right?
Who was strong, right? Hold on, let me finish. So getting the whooping from mama, and then getting the same whooping when daddy came home, man. And the crazy thing about it is, I didn't get enough of them. I got my fair share.
I got enough of them.
Nah, I ain't get enough of them.
I got enough of them.
When I look back at it, I'm like, dang, mama, my parents let me get away with some stuff. And they know it, and I know it. It was definitely some stuff, you know what I'm saying, I should have gotten in trouble for.
Well, see, it's different from each family because...
Yeah, sure.
It's different from each family because when you live in a household where, like, okay, prime example, when you grew up in a community like out in Cherry Hill, where it was a two-bedroom brick house, townhouse. You had 4 people sharing one room. You know what I mean? You know, 2 sets of bunk beds in there. You know, brother and sister here, or whatever. Well, sister at the top and brother down the bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the atmosphere, you know, you learn how to try not to get a beating. You know what I mean? Because if you got a beating, there was a lot of anger coming from out of that beating. You feel me?
Right.
It wasn't just an average beating. It was a beating, bro. You know, I'm gonna beat you to let you know not to do this again. You hear me? It wasn't just okay, I'm gonna beat you and then come on, we going to get something to eat, we going to the movies. No, when you got a beating, you also got punished.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Got a beating now, you gotta stay in the house for a week.
Right.
You know, come on.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I think something was wrong with me. Because there was a time in my life where I couldn't even go to sleep without getting a beating. I said, something wrong with me. Something wrong with me, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Something was wrong with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Something
like,
wrong with you.
a whooping would put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing stuff all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. My kids ain't got nothing on me, you know what I'm saying? I was doing stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but God that made me the man I am today. You know what I mean? Because I ain't...
Yeah. That was me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the fact that we grew up in a church home, or you grew up, we both grew up in a church home, but I didn't grow up going to church all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So how were you able to be such a bad boy like Diddy and them? You know what I'm saying? And why were you such a menace? You feel me? Even though you still went to church all the time. How were you able to get away with that?
Because I was going to church, but I wasn't in church. I was going to church, but then as a kid, why I gotta go here, why I gotta do this, why I gotta do that, but it's people had, as parents back then, they knew that they couldn't leave their kids in the house by themselves, so that's why they took them to church with them. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
That's the reason why we was in church, man. We was in church Sunday, we was in church Saturday, we was in church Friday night, we was in church Wednesday night. We was in church like 4 days a week.
Crazy.
Rehearsal.
Crazy.
I
ain't had to go through all that.
Yeah, rehearsal here and Bible study here and all of this, man. So we sitting there, we angry because this is not where we want to be as a kid. But as you get older, then you start understanding why your parents had you in church. Because if I was going on that same track that I was going when I got out of high school, I wouldn't be talking on this broadcast today, because my life was like, I didn't care. I had a nasty attitude. I was a bad boy. I was nasty. Could fight. Then you look at me wrong, what's up? It was that like that. But see, now you learn, with the help of Jesus, and okay, see, once you become saved, certain things that what you used to do, you can't do. Like I used to curse a lot. Okay, so now it's like, okay, the Lord will let you know, okay, that wasn't nice to say. You know what I mean? Maurice, control your tongue. You know what I mean? So then you start praying and you asking the Lord, control what I say out of my mouth, today and whatever, and let the Lord work through you.
The Bible teaches us about the tongue.
Yeah, let the Lord work through you. Let the Lord work through you. Like the Bible says, thou shalt not kill, or the life will be cut short. You know what I mean? So people, like, a menace is a menace. A menace is going to do whatever they want to do. That's a person that just don't care about nothing. Me, you're going to think twice. I'm going to think twice before I think about taking somebody's life, because I know through my upcoming and through my salvation that that's not the right thing to do. You know
and what's the consequences?
And what's the consequences behind it? Yeah.
Right. Same thing with taking your life.
Right. Absolutely.
Taking your own life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think if you're having problems with suicide, please get help. You know what I'm saying? But I think knowing that if you do kill yourself,
right,
that's the only thing that God won't forgive.
Right. Yeah.
That's he'll forgive anything else.
Right.
Based on what I believe, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And what the word is, that he won't forgive you taking your own life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even killing, he'll forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Stealing. Cause it ain't no levels to it. It really ain't no levels to it. You know what I'm saying? So all them 10 commandments, he wanted you to respect them all.
I think if you kill a person, that's a hard thing to be forgiven from the Lord. You know what I mean? Because you're taking a life. He didn't put us on here to take a person's life. You know what I mean?
If I'm a police officer and I'm defending,
that's something totally different.
Is it?
Yeah,
he didn't say thou shalt not steal. He did not. Hold on. He did not say thou shalt not kill unless you're saving someone else's life.
Well, see, that's another whole subject.
You feel me? If I'm going to war,
that's another whole subject.
I'm going to war, he ain't say thou shalt not kill unless we're going to war and we gotta fight for our country.
Well, that can go many ways with stealing too. It say thou shalt not steal.
Unless I'm poor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm starving and I need something.
Nah, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, thou shalt not kill is thou shalt not kill. Now, I know people might be thinking, but what about the animals? You know what I'm saying? Nah, he gave us dominion over that. You feel me? So we do what we want with the animals. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing. That's a different thing or whatnot. But staying into the church or whatnot, have you ever tried any other religion? That's where I was going with when it came to, well, why are you Christian? You know what I'm saying? I was Christian because of what my mama told me, to be honest with you. It wasn't until, she told me this is the gospel. She told me this is what you will believe in.
True.
And that was it. That's why I'm Christian for real.
Right.
Or that's why I'm a believer of God. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that comes from you doing your own research. That comes from, you have to read your Bible, man. You have to understand what you're reading. Like with me, you got people out here that's different religions, like the Muslims. You know what I mean? Me personally, I like where I'm at in my Christian walk. Yes, I can be stronger, and yes, I will get stronger in it, because it takes work. You have to believe and trust in what you're reading. And study your Bible more, man. You have to study your Bible.
For sure. So it wasn't until I actually drifted away.
Yeah.
I drifted away to go study other religions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily dig deep into their religion, but briefly. Briefly, I went to go study religions because when I had to ask myself, why am I this? It was all based on because he told me to.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because I was hit with something or, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It wasn't because of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was because ever since I was a kid, my mama told me this is the way to go, which is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Mama is supposed to tell you the right way to go. And it's up to us to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And go within that path.
True that.
But what if my mama was wrong?
That's why you have to do your research for yourself. Yeah, that's why when people follow pastors, and I was always taught, you know, like when a pastor get up there and preach, you know, like where I'm at now, you know, and I'm learning a whole lot more because it's a teaching church. It's not a church that just get up there and throw scriptures at you and so on, so on, so on. They help you to understand what's being said, and they also, you know, have you to, you know, to participate and interact, you know, so you can know what's going on. And then also, you have to, like I said, you know, if you tell me something and I'm not sure, I'm gonna go find out for myself to make sure that what you telling me is true. You feel me? Because that's who I am.
Based on what we both believe.
Right. So you have to do your research. You have to go and do your research yourself. So, you know, so can't nobody just tell you anything and you, okay, you know, like praise the Lord, everything is fine and so on, so on, so on. You have to research it yourself.
Gotta research it yourself. But I went beyond that, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, to the other surrounding religions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this might, I don't want to say, there is a, if you can help me with the passage or with the, I know it's in Leviticus, because all the dark stuff is in Leviticus. But I even went as far as studying voodoo,
Mm-hmm.
reading into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I might have bought those spirits to me.
Yeah.
Just by researching it alone.
Yeah. Well,
Because
demonic spirits should be anywhere.
But I wanted, I
don't want that.
But that's why I'm trying to remember what he says. And y'all do the research, but he says something about not doing too much research. I can't remember though, but I was so curious to know what else was out there because I needed to know why I was this. And is Christianity is believing of God. I don't want to say Christianity. I don't want to say Baptist I don't want to put those titles on there because I just want to say believer of God, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say. Was that really the best thing for me? Because was I supposed to be a Buddhist? Was I supposed to be Muslim? Was I supposed to be any of those?
That's your walk. That's your walk. That's your walk. Can't nobody answer that but you and your Savior. That's your walk. But to make a long story short, you said Buddha and that type of stuff in the Bible, that's like more like witchcraft.
So even that, was I supposed to get into wizardry? Was I supposed to be a wizard? Was I supposed to get into voodoo?
That's your walk.
Was I supposed to be you know what I mean?
Let's move on from this.
Don't get uncomfortable. Don't get uncomfortable. My thing was, I didn't like that. I'm only a man of God because I was told to be a man of God.
Right.
I wasn't a man of God because
Jason did his research.
I felt it. I was only a man of God because mama told me to be a man of God. My grandparents told my mama to be a woman of God. And my grandfather was a pastor too.
Yeah.
So it's in our family.
Mm-hmm.
But only because you told me to.
No, ain't nobody.
I didn't eat not my way into this. I was told. You feel me? I was told for real. You feel me? So after doing, not to continue, you know what I'm saying, to
The Bible is not from.
yeah, bro, like I'm glad you studied it all for real, you know what I'm saying? So, and not saying that I regret studying it all, but I briefly studied it all, or as much that I can put my hands on, behind closed doors. I didn't talk about it or nothing like that, but I briefly studied all of it. And after studying all of it, I found my way back home. After studying all of it, I found my way back home and realizing out of all the ones out there, this one makes the most sense to me.
The gospel.
The gospel. And ever since then, it's been that. And I never turn back. I never turn back. You know what I'm saying? I regret bringing. I only regret the voodoo because when I talk about it, it gives me the chills. When you even the paranormal and stuff like that, I can't watch it. Like, I can't watch it because like it's. I'm getting chills just talking about it right now, bro. Like tearing up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay away from that stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
You gotta stay away from that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your body is not meant to consume certain demons, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and certain practices. You feel me? And as soon as I can, now I gotta go home and find out what it was, you feel me? And at the end of the day, I guess what this all boils down to is, instead of going out there to to find out for myself, I should have listened to my mama and daddy. that's what that all boils down to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I probably could have not saved myself some time, but it's like I just needed to know. And that right there, needing to know the truth so far that you find yourself lost. Because you're looking for so much truth, you find yourself lost. There's so much more. Yes, continue to seek knowledge, of course. But at some point in time, you gotta tell yourself that this is what it is, and I'm okay dying knowing that this is what it is.
Right?
Because when it's your time to go, and you don't know when it's gonna be your time to go, you ain't gonna have time to be like, I didn't mean to be practicing that. You're right, Jesus. Please save me. Christ, please save me. Please save me. Because they always calling Christ when it's time. All this time you've been doing these practices. You ain't calling voodoo. You ain't calling these other practices you've been doing. You ain't throwing fairy dust around when it's time for you to go and you're in that hospital or you're in that jam. You're calling God.
Oh yeah. You calling on him.
You calling on God. And that's what I mean by that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that, man.
All right. So now.
Years ago, he is a, like you told me, Smooth, years ago, he is a jealous God.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a jealous God. You know what I mean? And while I was out there searching for the so-called truth, I wasn't giving my God no praise.
No.
Or not the praise he deserved. And that's when it comes to when we're talking about the idols. You know what I mean? The fake, the idols that we're on. You feel me? The idols, the pagan holidays or the phony holidays. You know what I'm saying? The holidays that don't necessarily represent nothing they got to do with Christ and stuff like that. And I feel like if I don't find a way to pull myself away from the holidays that don't got nothing to do with Christ,
right?
I feel like my years are numbered. I feel like my years are numbered. Each time I decide to buy my daughter an Easter basket, Easter outfit, just feeding into it.
But why would you say your days is numbered though? Why would you say that?
Because it's a continuous sin, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't know that. You don't know how many days you got left here on this earth. You don't know how many days or when or the time. We don't know that.
We don't know. But I can tell you this, you know what I'm saying? What about, you know what I'm saying, when he said, you know what I mean, obey thy mother and father and
live a long life.
Yeah, exactly. In short. You feel me? How about that?
Well, it goes back to we don't know. We don't know. All we do know is that when you was born, you start dying. You know what I mean? Because the first day you're born is the first day you start dying. You know? That's true talk. You know one thing for sure, we all gonna leave here. You ain't gonna be here for the rest of your life.
So if you know, when I mean by number, you know your life expectancy. All right?
You don't know. You don't.
You're right.
You don't.
No man knows. No man knows when he will be taken out of here.
The Lord can come like a thief in the night. He can come right now, boom, and we gone.
And that's what scares me because I know I ain't right.
We gone.
Because I know I ain't right.
And that's why you got to get yourself right.
And that's what I mean by...
You have to get yourself right.
I didn't mean to say I feel like my days are numbered because I'm doing bad.
But see, here's the thing. Okay, when you feel with the Holy Ghost, when you know Christ and have a relationship with your Father, then when your time comes, you don't have to worry about it.
You're confident.
You confident. Okay, I know where I'm going. I'm in a better place. I know where I'm going. How we know it's a better place? Because it's to be with our Father. You feel me?
It's all belief. It's all belief.
Might be.
That's all. I mean, meaning no. But it's real. It's true belief.
Yeah.
It's true belief. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there.
Yeah, you can my couch out, bro.
Are you okay?
You gonna put a hole in my couch?
Because I mean, this is. Let me get a Bible or something.
I get your Bible,
because I'm going in on this right here.
I'm going in on it because you're gonna pay for it. Yeah, we're gonna get you a holy Bible right here.
Yeah, let me smack the holy Bible. Let me smack the holy Bible. Because I'm looking.
I'm ready to put it up.
Yeah, you gonna have to.
I'm ready to put it up.
No, I love it though. It makes me feel like I'm in a F1 350.
I don't care what you in.
I like it. You feel me? Yo, when I'm in the F1, I hate the F1 350. You feel me? With this whole big old thing in the middle. I'm too far away from my baby.
I like the King Rancher.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the joints where you pick it up and it's a full bench.
Right,
Come
yeah.
on over here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's what I like. Man, when it comes to the church, you know what I'm saying, am I allowed to really switch churches? Can I have multiple churches in my life? Or do I really have to be loyal to one church?
I think you should be loyal to the church that you feel comfortable in. You know, until you find that right church. Right, you could be a church hopper, a church jumper, whatever they call it, until you find the one that where you want to be. Like where I'm at now, I used to be a church hopper. You know, I used to go to church, hear different pastors, like what they preach, and then, you know, I'm gonna come back here, and then I go to another church, like what that pastor preached, and I go there for a while. But where I'm at now, at the Carpenter's house, I love it. You know why I love it? Because it's more like family. You know, you feel the love when you walk in the door. You feel the comfort in the church. It's not just a church. It's a feeling that you can't even imagine, man, once you walk in. And I knew that from day one when I went up in there.
Church is not a building. It's you can have multiple churches. Churches is not a building, you know what I'm saying? It's where you go to fellowship.
That's your opinion. Because you can fellowship at home.
We're fellowshipping now.
You don't even have to go to church, right?
We're fellowshipping now.
If
you think we're not getting the word in right now, you're mistaken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are mistaken. You feel me? So, not saying that I'm about to crack this Bible open or whatnot, because I'm not about to do that. But, yeah, man, like, you are mistaken.
Yeah.
You feel me? Fellowshipping, networking. I feel like they have multiple churches.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
networking, fellowshipping. Yeah, this is church, bro. Yeah, salute to you, bro.
I'm not saying it's not church, right? No, this is fellowship because it's you know, one or two amongst, you know, it's church. I'm right. You're right. You know what we having right now is fellowship. We fellowshipping and we. You know,
if we the fact that we got so during, not to cut you off, but during COVID, when the pastor would preach over the broadcast and he would read scripture or just go off of subjects in the Bible and he would talk about it, was that church online?
Absolutely.
Why isn't this church online?
I'm not saying it's not church. It is church. It's fellowshipping. We fellowshipping. But that's what church is all about.
I mean, me and you teaming up, preaching the gospel right now. We are preaching the gospel. We put out commandments. We talked about those commandments. We talked about how it connects to the real world.
Yeah.
I talked about thou shalt not kill. I talked about thou shalt not steal. And how we can't be flipping it around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you know that I had this on my mind the whole time?
Do I know you had on your mind?
Did you know that?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was supposed to do this with another brother. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I'm going to the brother right now. You know what I'm saying? He a church brother.
Right.
You feel me? I mean, he's a God-fearing brother. Let's go there. You feel me? You. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say church brother. No, you're a God-fearing brother. You feel me? So, man, who else, you know what I'm saying, but to talk about, you know, when it comes to talk about anything, God, you know what I'm saying, is you. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate you having me today. You feel me? For sure. But I gotta, man. I feel like when it came to church, I missed out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I feel like in a little bit I missed out. I missed out on the church family. You know what I'm saying? And growing up with a church family. I feel like that's a different kind of family. You know what I'm saying? Like, because all I knew was my family and the people that were related to me. But to actually have a church family, You know what I'm saying? Cousins or, people that you saw every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? In church. I missed that. I didn't get that. You feel me? And when actually when I married into my wife's family and they did church a lot, you know what I'm saying? It was like a whole new world for real.
Right. I want to piggyback on something. I want to piggyback on when you say, can you have multiple churches? Right. You can have multiple churches to some degree, but how would you benefit by having multiple churches? How would you benefit from that? You know, to go to this church one Sunday, then go to this church, that's prophesizing. To me, that's more like prophesizing, going to different churches and you prophesizing or whatever. But how can you say you can have multiple churches and, okay, one week you go to this church, the next week you go to this church, next week you go to this church, next week you go to this church. How do you benefit from that?
Well, you don't know how God wants to use you anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might have been at one church for one part of your life, and now the next part of your life, you at this another church. You might be needed at this next church. You know what I'm saying? And then it might become a time where it's time for you to leave that church and go somewhere else because your job here is done. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to figure out, how did you leave one church and go to another church? Did you leave because you just wanted to fellowship with more people and network more? Or did you leave because it was something in the church you didn't like? Because that happens a lot.
Yeah. I know that, but you still not answering what I'm saying. You know, how can you? Okay, like with me. Okay, I changed my whole religion. I went from Baptist to Apostolic. You feel me?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I went from
You didn't change anything.
I did. I went from Baptist to Apostolic.
All of it. Can I chime in on that?
Yeah.
All of it was wrong. All of it was wrong.
How's it wrong, though?
Because it wasn't no label in it. It wasn't supposed to be no label on it in the first place. We all believers of Christ God.
Right, that's true.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? To put all these labels on it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong? Why are you a Baptist? Because you believe in baptizing and stuff? You know what I'm saying? What is the apostolic? What is it? What is it?
You asking me?
Yeah, what is it?
I told you. I told you earlier.
An apostolic?
Yeah, I told you earlier.
Is he like a prophet or something like that?
No.
Is it a way of thinking? Is it a way of is it the way you do things? Is it?
No. To me, I was taught that apostolic is the true doctrine of the Bible.
Christ is the true doctrine of the Bible.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. And that's what we.
But see what we get wrong, and you know, like, okay, like I'm gonna tell you from my perspective. When I was going to a Baptist church, it was like, okay, the pastor would get up there and preach, and you would hear stories about the pastor. I was homeless, and most pastors, now I have been to some good Baptist churches where pastors would actually dig into the Bible. Then you got most of them that would just dig into their life. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, so the Baptist church are known for a lot of foolishness.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's known for putting on a show more than the word. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was never meant to be a label. You know what I'm saying? It was never meant to be a label. You know what I mean? We believe in the Bible. Bible. That's it. Bible.
Yeah.
The Church of Bible. That's all we need to call it. Church of Bible. Church of Christ God. Bible.
Calm down with your hands, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to nice things.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, let me put a cushion right here. That way, you know what I'm saying, I'm a little bit
Bro.
Not this either?
No, you good,
Not
bro.
not this either?
You good.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? But, not your neck pillow. Not your neck pillow. But yeah, man, like, it was never supposed to have all those labels on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we need is Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's it. You know what I mean? To put all these labels on there, whole bunch of extra stuff. And if I'm wrong, I'll continue to do my research. If I'm wrong, drop your comments below. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to go into the direction that I wanted to go into. I feel like I've done enough. But, you know, I told my son, high school, he's going to high school. And I said, high school is very important when it comes to, honestly, you can find your wife in high school.
You can find your wife in middle school.
How about that?
You can find your wife in middle school, so you don't
yeah.
have to wait till high school.
No, but what I mean
It
is,
get started
so
as early as middle school.
Right. So it was a reason why, and I don't want to really get into it, but I said, you know, you can find your wife in high school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because girls are gonna come even more in high school. Being an athlete, you know what I'm saying? You gotta open up your head. You gotta open up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your filter gotta get a lot stronger. You know what I mean? You gotta have a stronger filter, you know, once you get into high school. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly want you to have the mindset of actually finding a wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to have the mindset of running through all these women, son. All right? I want you to actually have the mindset of finding a wife. All right? Now, if through finding a wife, you need to date multiple girls, that's another story. Okay? But dating girls, all that means is getting to know girls. Okay? I didn't say have sex with all of these women.
Right.
I said date them, get to know them. Okay? That's what I said. That's what I tell my sons for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can find your wife in high school. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait till college. You don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? You can be married by 18, ready to start your family. And I get it. We should be telling you know. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you should.
I wouldn't suggest.
You should wait to get married. What do you wouldn't suggest what?
To get married at 18, I wouldn't suggest that.
I mean, if you found love at 18, you found love at 18.
How do you know it's love though? How you know it's not just something that's passing through? How you know it's love? How you know it's love? No, basically what I'm saying is, you know.
I can answer that question if you want to.
Yeah, answer that.
How do you know it's love?
Yeah.
Man, it could be just puppy love. And puppy love is love. It really could be. And it might be silly. It might sound silly. Hold on.
Let me tell you something.
You can have puppy love at the age of 40. I mean, you can have what you think is love and is not love at the age of 40. I honestly think that you're better off messing with a girl while she's young, and y'all to the same age, both of y'all 17, 18, she's probably a virgin, you're probably on your second girl, or you're a virgin. I honestly think that in this day and time, you're better off going that route, right? Than to wait all the way up until you are in your 40s.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
No.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
If you're looking for love, though. If you're looking for love. Do you realize how many women, you know what I'm saying, in high school we messed over? And those were probably the women that God blessed us with. God will bless you with your wife. And she will be a virgin. Can you count on your fingers how many virgins you messed over? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We were given our gift from God while we were in high school.
No, you don't,
and we messed over them.
Jason,
we threw them back to the streets.
Jason, calm down, bro. Calm down.
We threw them back to the streets
down,
is what
bro.
I'm trying to say. So when I tell my sons, I say, listen, son, you're going to be given your wife in high school.
You can't say that.
You could.
You can't say that.
You could be given your wife in high school.
You cannot say that. You can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
Because you can't. You can't.
Why? Why are we putting time on love?
Just you can't say that. You can't say that. That's putting pressure. That's pressure. That's not time. That's pressure. They put pressure saying to a 17, 18-year-old, you're going to find your wife in high school. That's pressure, brother.
No, I'm saying you could.
Pressure. That's pressure.
You could find your wife. All I'm trying to say is don't mess over these girls. Because if
you're not supposed to mess over them anyway.
No, I know that. But you have to tell them why. Because this could be your wife. And you're going to find
Don't you know?
Let me finish the statement.
Don't you
Go
know?
ahead.
Because, you know, what you're saying is, to me, is not rational to me. You know, because the same girl that you could say that this might be your wife in high school and you might not connect in high school, you might see that same woman down the road 20 years down the road, and now the chemistry is different from when it was in high school. Now the chemistry is that this could be your wife. So who is it to say that what you just said when you said don't mess over these women because God is putting this woman in your life right now to be your wife? That's not true.
Why isn't it?
It's not true. Not true.
So here's where I was going with that. So when God puts your wife, a woman in your life, when was Jesus a man? Jesus was a man at what? What was it? 14, 15?
Something like that.
Something like that, right? I mean, when he was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If Jesus was a man at 14, 15, why can't I tell my sons that it's a possibility you could find your wife at high school? Let me tell you what you're going to end up with if you mess over these women in high school. Let me explain. You run through all these girls in high school. Most of us, if we got it in us, we can knock down a handful of virgins while we're in high school or while we're in high school. You were already given your version. Now you decide it's 30, maybe I'll settle down. And when you talk about that girl that you see later on, she's no longer a virgin. She's ran through. She got bodies on her. She got souls in her. You were already given a clean, soulless woman. But now you have to
calm down.
But now you have to settle for a woman that's got bodies on her.
No, you don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to settle for
anything. By the time you're 30, there are no more virgins.
No, you don't. Well, regardless of if she's a virgin or not, you don't have to settle for anything.
Yeah, you can be alone. I'm trying to
settle for what you want. That's what. Okay, that's...
You want a virgin, though.
No. Everybody ain't going to get a virgin. Everybody ain't going to get a virgin.
But what I'm trying to say is you were given one in high school.
No, bro. No.
You were given a virgin in high school, and you fumbled the bag. You fumbled the gift from God.
So you saying if you get a virgin in high school, you got to marry this virgin?
I'm not saying you got to marry this virgin.
You might as well.
But just recognize...
You might as well.
Just recognize that this could have been your wife.
No, bro. It don't work that way, man. Life don't work that way, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
It don't work that way, bro. It don't work that way.
When you get older, what is one of the things of being by the time, let's just say we want to get married we 50 and now I want to go ahead and get married, 40 and now I want to go ahead and get married. Most of them women got babies.
Okay, fine. What's wrong with that?
Now I'm forced, you know what I'm saying, to mess with a woman, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't forced to mess with nobody. No, that's your choice.
That is your choice.
That's your choice.
You don't have to mess with
You're not forced to do anything.
You don't have to mess with a woman that has babies. But the pickings are very slim. And if you want to deal with anybody, you know what I'm saying, you daggone there got to go to another country, you know what I'm saying, just to find something. Or you got to get you a 20-year-old joint. You 40 and you got to get you a 20-year-old joint because a 20-year-old joint don't got no bodies on her, don't got no kids probably. You got to hope that.
Who is it to say that she didn't have no kids but got an abortion, had an abortion and did all that other stuff? Who is it to say that?
I know that. That's why.
So you don't know. You don't know.
But that's why I said you were already giving your wife in high school.
You can't say you give. No, I'm not buying that. I mean, that's your opinion, and I have mine. So let's just leave it at that.
So when that's
wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong to tell them that.
I want you to open your eyes.
That's wrong.
That my high school sweetheart could have easily been my wife.
Let me tell you something.
Easily. Because your high school sweetheart could have been your wife.
Absolutely.
So what are we talking about here?
No, she could have been, but she's not. Because it wasn't in the plan.
Was it your fault?
It wasn't in the plan. I'm not saying it was my fault.
No, but most of the time it's the dude's fault though, right?
No. It's not necessarily the dude's fault. It's not all necessary. It's not nobody's fault. It's just that it's not the right time. It's not the right time. Okay. When I was in high school, yeah. I wasn't really messing with no females like that. I wasn't really out, because when I grew up, the AIDS pandemic had just hit the scene back in the 80s, in the early 80s, and the whatever. AIDS was out, so I didn't want to catch AIDS. I didn't want to catch herpes. I didn't want to catch no STDs or none of that. So it wasn't until when I got into 12th grade or whatever that I started really actually even, I was so involved in playing football and doing other things. I didn't indulge in smoking, weed, none of that. Me
neither.
None of that. The females, I was scared because I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to catch none of them diseases that was out there. So it wasn't until I met, she's a nurse now, right? And you saying that, she wasn't a virgin because she had a boyfriend, but she liked me, right? So we hooked up, and yeah, we gelled together. You know what I mean? We had fun together, but it was just in that season. That season, it wasn't meant for us to okay, I meet you in high school, I'm gonna marry you down the road, or if you was a virgin, I'm gonna marry you down the road. No, it's all about seasons, man. She might have been a virgin when you met her in high school, but you didn't marry her. She go out. She got 4 kids now. You hook back up with her. The chemistry's there. You get married. It's seasons, man. It's not about because she clean and you the first one, and she's a virgin because you was the first one. You whatever. You got to marry her. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I'm not
buying that she comes back with 4 kids, you know what I'm saying, and God meant for you to, you know what I'm saying, take care of all them 4 kids that don't belong to you.
Well, it don't matter. It don't matter. If you love her, you love her kids. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's just like saying, like, with me, prime example.
You don't have to go into that if you don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want you to. Yeah,
and I'm not, because when you decide to marry a person, you marrying not just her, but you marrying her to be your, what it's called, your helpmate.
Your helpmate. Helpmate. Yeah.
Your helpmate. But if she come with kids and you come with kids, she gotta love your kids like she love her kids. You gotta love her kids like you love yours, and that's how that works.
Only if she was given to you.
It ain't no only's nothing. Ain't no only's nothing.
What I mean by given to you, do you something that happened to me. It's amazing how. Are you a believer of once yours, always yours? Are you a believer of that in a little bit? Do you believe that most girls that you've had sex with, you can get them back if you really want to?
Nah. Mm-mm.
Even the long-term relationship ones?
Nah.
No, you don't believe that y'all were equally yoked in some kind of way?
Nah. Nope.
Nothing wrong with moving on. Nothing wrong with moving on.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing wrong with moving on. You know what I mean? But one thing that I can say, when a woman is meant for a man, then another man comes around, that woman can't be taken away. No matter how hard you may try, that man can't be taken away.
That woman can't be.
That woman can't be taken away from that man.
Yes, she can.
Especially, she can be borrowed.
No, she can be taken away. Yes,
she can be borrowed.
No, but she can.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, and that's where it comes to. That's where it comes with divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
When it comes to divorce, once you're married, you're always married. You know what I'm saying? And she can't be taken away. Why you think a girl that loses her virginity, she'll always remember that guy, that first guy? She might not remember no other guy.
Jason.
But that guy that took her virginity, she'll always remember.
Of course, she's gonna remember it.
That's because she'll always be yoked to that man.
That don't mean equally yoked. That's
no,
not what equally yoked means.
I might be mixing up that one.
You're definitely mixing that up wrong. That's not what equally yoked means.
School me.
Equally yoked means that's not it.
School me.
No, I'm just saying that's not it.
Okay, always have an attachment.
You can say that.
I'll say that.
You can say
she'll always have an attachment in some way.
No, she's gonna have that memory. That's a memory thing. That's a memory thing. Okay, she's gonna always remember that, just like you remember when, like a guy gonna always remember his first time that,
right,
he hit a virgin. He gonna remember that. You know why? Because that's what he's gonna remember. Like, I can tell you my first version that I had.
Right.
I can tell you that. I can tell you time, place, when I met her.
Right.
Simple as that. You're going to remember that. That's not equally yoked. That's not that. That's just a remembrance.
What is that? What does equally yoked mean when it comes to marriage to you? What do you think that means?
I know what it means, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to get misinterpreted.
For sure.
You know,
that's why I kind of asked you.
That's why I don't.
I almost want to look it up, but I ain't got time to be doing that.
No, I know what equally yoked means. Equally yoked means, you
become one.
I'm gonna just give you a prime example.
It means you become one.
No, it don't. It means like, okay, say like, okay, this is one of the examples of equally yoked. Okay, your wife go to church, right? And she go to church and she's in the word and whatever, right? You're not in church. You still going to the clubs. And you still doing other things that's not of God. That's what equally yoked means. You're not equally yoked because she's going to church. You're in the world. You understand now? Do you understand? That's one point of view. Equally yoked means that y'all, like I said, certain people got their own, representation of what equally yoked means, but I just gave you an example. Mm-hmm. Your wife go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
She praise the Lord. She's serving on the board. She's doing this, and she come home and she's singing church songs, and she got the Spirit of God in her. She glowing or whatever for the Lord. She walking for the Lord, and you walking around here like, why you doing that for?
That's the opposite of equally yoked.
Right. Why?
How about when we be thinking the same thing, or she can read my thoughts, or she can complete my sentences?
No,
is that equally yoked?
No, that's not equally yoked. No.
What if
equally yoked means?
What if I'm hurting and she can feel my pain?
No, equally yoked means that y'all on the same page. That's what it means. It means what it sound like, equally yoked. Y'all on the same page. It don't mean like she can feel my pain. No, she can't feel your pain.
Oh yes, she can.
How can a female feel? She can only feel not your physical pain. She can feel the pain of, I'm hurting. She can't feel your physical pain, brother.
I don't know.
She can't feel your physical pain. That's just like saying, if you break your leg, she gonna feel the pain in her leg. She can't feel your physical pain, bro.
It's something about when you become one with another person.
Y'all,
And that might be equally yoked. But even if it's not, I'm gonna just say it's a strong thing when you become one with another person. You know what I'm saying? Just on a simple.
I got you right here.
This is one that just happened or whatever. This is one that just happened. Go ahead.
Hey Google, what do equally yoked means?
On the website wikihow.com, they say, if you're equally yoked with your partner, it means you have the same morals and spiritual values. You and your partner are probably equally yoked if you worship the same higher power, have similar goals, and know how to communicate effectively.
That's what I just said.
There you go. Okay.
So I was right.
Shout out to Google. You're not getting a dime.
So I was right.
Yeah.
That's what equally yoked means.
Yeah.
Right.
So
the reason why I know, because it's been used on me. We're not equally yoked. And I'm like, how can you say we're not equally yoked? Because you in the church more than me? No, that don't, look, I go to church. I love the Lord. You know what I mean? But you can't make me who you want me to be. You feel me? Yeah. You can't make me who you want me to be for you.
But one thing I do remember, you know what I'm saying, growing up, a family that prays together,
stays together.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's one.
That helps. That helps. That helps.
Yeah.
That helps. That helps. I mean, it makes you feel good. It makes your partner feel good because, but like with me, I think that works two ways, because the same way you can pray for her, she can pray for you. You know what I mean? So like, you got some women today, and I'm not going to say no names, they want you to pray all the time. No, sometimes you can say a prayer.
What, women?
Yeah.
When?
A woman can say a prayer a woman can say a morning prayer or whatever.
A prayer for me? Or pray over me?
A prayer together. A prayer together. She can pray. Y'all can pray just like with me. Like
as like a head pastor or something?
No, man.
Like she can bless the food?
No. A woman can bless her own food.
No, but
because she can bless her food, because if you're not with her, she gotta bless her food anyway.
Sure.
So of course.
But if there is a man around,
of course she can bless the food. No, it's not necessarily that if it's a man around, because there wasn't no men around in my house for my mother to bless Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
So she blessed the table.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because that's what she knew what to do. I'm saying, like, don't expect a man to like, you use it. Okay, go ahead, baby. Pray. Go and pray. Pray for us and pray for them. No, you can pray for us too.
She can pray for us, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, like, publicly or like...
No.
You're just talking about by herself?
She can pray publicly too. She can.
I mean, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
But
nothing.
But if you're there, why would she?
Okay. I'm going to give you an example. You're on a plane. Right? Plane going down. The plane going down, right? And you passed out. You not even up. So when you want your wife to pray for y'all safety, to make it to the ground,
yeah.
Of course, she's gonna have to pray.
But that's when you're not able to, though.
Come on, man, move on.
You know what I mean?
Come on, bro.
I don't think that women should be praying. You know what I'm saying?
That's your opinion again.
I mean, preaching.
That's your opinion again.
What I mean is preaching.
That's your opinion again.
But they can pray for me all they want.
That's your opinion again.
No, that's Bible, though.
That's your opinion.
You know what I mean? That's Bible. As far as that pastoring thing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no women preachers, bro. No women preachers, bro. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to your mom, though.
See, that's another topic that I'd rather not discuss, because you can go on and on about women preaching.
Yeah.
I think it's some powerful women preachers out here. I really do. I really do.
I call them public speakers.
No, I call them preachers. I call them who they are.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, a woman can't get up in the pulpit and preach, right? We just saw that lady. We just saw the lady the other day. She was up in the pulpit.
And
preaching.
I was twisted up in my chair looking at her.
She was preaching.
She tried to outdo everybody, you feel me? Because she knew she was a woman.
You got, but here's the thing.
And she just had to just overdo it for real.
But here's the thing, right? She probably overdid it. But here's the thing. You got 4 pastors up there. You got 2 pastors, and you got an elder or whatever. They could have said, no, we're not going to get up here while you up here. But they got up there, and they sat there, and they supported it.
Absolutely. It's a time and a place for everything.
That's my case, bro.
Yeah, it's a time and a place for everything, you know what I'm saying? And who are we to judge?
Absolutely.
If you want to get up there and do your thing, I'm not your judge. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I heard some man in my life that I've been on this earth. I heard some powerful women. My mother was one of them. I heard some powerful women. Naomi Durant. She tutored my mother. She was another pastor, New Refuge. That was her church, and she was one powerful preacher till she passed. Yep.
Thank you for having us. You know what I'm saying? Any last?
I think this was a good broadcast tonight. I really enjoyed the conversation. I really enjoyed the fellowship. I really, it opened up my mind to a lot of things about life in general. So this was a great session here. And thank you for watching. And let's do this again.
Salute. SMOOV TV Network Podcast. Thank you for having me. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Peace.
You heard the bones cracking? Oh my goodness. The bones cracking was crazy. I'm only 35.